What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on sports, and it is Browns sim time. One day earlier than usual, of course, the holiday tomorrow. Again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody in Nagy Nation. My name is Phil Nagy, so excited to be with you here tonight. Only place on YouTube where you can find simulated sporting events with live original commentary, mostly our beloved Browns, our beloved Buckeyes. We've done some Cavs, some Guardians, some Blue Jackets, some Team USA soccer, and even some, I guess that's it. I already said baseball, didn't I? Anyway, we're on to the Browns. Huntington Bank Field. They are 3-8, of course, after that win last week in Las Vegas, which I had the distinct pleasure of force winning for them. And riding high, of course, Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback, looks like he will have to wait his turn to get in here today. But appreciate you being on. Again, very excited. Thanks to all of my subscribers. You guys truly are the best, and really appreciate that. As let's get this one kicked off. Welcome in Jim. Welcome in Mason. Welcome in Daniel. Good to have you guys on here today. Mason, how'd you do in that big tournament the other day that you said you were in the middle of when we were simming last week? All right, Brock Purdy's back. He missed some time, but Mac Jones has had the team playing pretty well. But he is back now. They won the game on Monday night and had to come all the way across the country. So short week for the 49ers. We'll see if they're able to take some advantage of that. Nice job, Jim, or Mason. Congratulations. Sorry, you're saying hi to Jim. Congratulations on the win. That's exciting. Pressure right there from Bush and an incomplete pass. All right, let's get to, the whole tournament. First place. Way to go. Way to go. All right, Purdy back to pass. He'll dump it to the right side. Got to watch out for this man. Everywhere that he goes, Christian McCaffrey will be ripped to the ground by Delpit quickly, and it sets up a third down for the Browns defense here. Played so well, just absolutely suffocating Geno Smith last week. Let's see how they can do with Brock here today. Back to pass. Purdy now. Four-man rush pressure coming from Miles, but he gets it across over the middle, and that's the second-year player, Ricky Pearsall. And Pearsall took a shot from Devin Bush, but holds on for a first down. 49ers here. Just a very quick throw as Miles was right on his doorstep. And Shanahan looks over there from the sideline. High formation with Juszczyk and McCaffrey. Turn around, give it to McCaffrey. He'll try to go left. He's got a hole. Actually looked like Baker got held. No call. McCaffrey 40, 35, 30. The corner is stiff-armed, and it'll be pushed out of bounds by Ward, but a 37-yard scamper. And we know how dangerous Christian McCaffrey is, and he showed it again right there. They'll hand it off to him again. He'll try to go right, and he runs right into Miles. How many times this week has Stefanski talked about Miles as a run defender, being so well-rounded, not just about the sacks, but really praised his ability to stop the run. We saw it right there on display with a nice TFL. 2nd and 12 for the Niners. Motion coming from Luke Farrell. Go Bucks. Purdy across the middle. Caught Pearsall. He gets past Bush again and nears the first down. Kind of gets rolled across Jerome Baker. 3rd and inches now. Heavy set coming in. All three of their tight ends and Juszczyk into the game. And Purdy just QB sneaks it. We've seen that play be extremely effective for a yard, and that's what they're going to go ahead and get here. It's a yard. 1st and goal now from the 9-yard line. Opening drive of this game. Week 13. Also, you could see there is McCaffrey with another short run. The Niners are 8-4. They have yet to have their bye. They have their bye after this game, so they have gone straight all the way through. Of course, they've had some crippling injuries. There's a nice tackle for loss by Malik Collins. Some crippling injuries. No Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa. Both of those guys out for the year. Still haven't had Brandon Ayuk. He's been out for the entirety of the season. So it's been interesting here. Now they're setting up screen pressure coming, and you'll have to turf it because the Browns were there too quick. So bend but don't break for Schwartz's unit. That time McGuire was all up in Purdy's grill, and he had to turf it in the direction of Pearsall, and they will have to settle for a field goal here. That's not even the real kicker. Sorry about that. I guess I checked the whole roster except for the kicker. Oh, it is Eddie Pinheiro. He just has the wrong number. Right kicker, wrong number. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. He's a really good player, but yeah, he seems to have been hurt more often than not, it feels like. Ford will get past the 25 to the 27, and here he comes, Shedeur Sanders. I'm sure it'll be nice and loud. That's what he did in the simulated win. Worked pretty well for us, I guess. And he comes out his own 27-yard line with Dylan Sampson on his left hip to start the game. He'll be back to pass. Sampson stays in to help block Shedeur. Over the middle, it'll drag across the middle to Tillman for 7 and a first down before Tanner Bethune put him to the ground. 2nd and 3 now out of the pistol. Here comes Q up the middle. Quinshon, nice juke move, 40, 45. Oh, another juke move, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Quinshon all the way down to the 20. A big run from Studkins. He made a couple of people look real silly. If you can go back and rewind, if you're not watching live, go back and see that cool play. Now they'll try to go Samson White. He's got nowhere to go, and he'll be swallowed up by big Alfred Collins in the backfield. Loss of 5. Like he might have got stuck on Conklin there for a minute as well, so they'll go about 50 steps forward and then 5 steps back. Here we go, 2nd and 15 now, but Q obviously needing just a little bit of a blow after that huge run. But man, he made a sweet cut in the middle of that field to break it for a big one. Shedeur in rhythm, right side, at the feet of the Chief. Not the best of throws. Lenore was over there in coverage. Demondre Lenore, the former Oregon Duck. Hey, 504, welcome in. Let's go, Judkins. He's back into the game. It's a 3rd and 15. Pressure in his face, and he'll eat it. Teller just gave up. Browns will have to go back all the way and settle for a longer field goal. This one's going to be a 49-yard attempt. They got all the way up to the 20, and then have gone backwards since then. Another sack from Malik Collins. Actually, I guess he had the TFL, not the sack. And so here from 49 will be Andre Schmidt. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Towards the dog pound. Schmidt's kick is up. Schmidt's kick is good. 3-3. So positive plays, including big runs from McCaffrey and then a big run from Judkins. And then both teams end up having to stall out and settle for 3. 8:05 to go here in this first quarter. Holy crap, Mason. My dude, you did not have to do that, but thank you very much. Sheesh, you did win your tournament, didn't you? Holy crud. That's ridiculous. Thank you, man. And yes, let's play that Shedeur grows into the real deal and we don't have to waste any more draft pick. I think the worst case scenario, to be honest, is that they play well enough. Maybe they win 1 or 2 more games, so they're picking like 9 and 22 or something like that. And but then they're like, oh, let's package them together and move up to 3 to go get Dante Moore or Ty Sims. Like, let's go get the 2nd or the 3rd best quarterback. There's way too many other holes. I do a mock draft, maybe not every day, but once every couple of days, just because I think they're fun, as Mason Graham's going to get a sack. Every couple of days, and you can get some good O-linemen and good receivers in round 1. 1 of each, 2 of the same position, either, neither, or both. But if they can hit the way that they hit this year on their rookie class, I mean, you have what, 8 starters right now? If you could get another 8 starters next year in next year's draft, you are well on your way to being set up. Because at some point you're going to have to eat Watson's cap number, right? So it feels like they're setting that up to be next year, where they have to eat that $80 million cap number, that cap hit. And if they got 15 or 16 of their 22 starters on rookie deals, then you can manage that. Obviously you still got Denzel, you still got Miles. I mean, you've paid some people, but to me, the offensive line is going to be the most fascinating part as the Browns force a punt here. Is can you really just go 5 rookies, or do you need to try to find some vets? Now, again, I like Whippler. I think Whippler can be your center of the future. I'm not sure about Zinter. I would be willing to bring Tevin Jenkins back. I think he's a player that could give you some positional, but do you try to go middling free agents? Do you go, high-end rookies who fizzled at previous spots? As Jenkins breaks another tackle, or do you just go all rookies? And and maybe the biggest question for the offensive line is, can you get Bill Callahan back? And that might be the most important thing that the Browns do on the offensive line, in my opinion. Now pressure coming, he'll be sacked from behind. He got sandwiched again, and Cleveland Farrell Speaking of first-round picks that kind of washed up and then got a new lease on life, he gets home and the Browns will go 3 and out on that drive. Not the nicest of drives there as Clelin Ferrell gets home on that one. So we'll see. That I will be curious to see how they handle the offensive line. You can run a bunch of young receivers, and you can have 1 or 2 rookies on that line, but I don't think you can like roll 5 rookies on that line. And again, I like Whippler. I think they like Whippler too. You know, maybe Wyatt. You know, Wyatt and Carly, I know, love Cleveland, the Tellers, so maybe he takes kind of like a vet minimum to stay home and help kind of finish the rebuild. Nice run again by McCaffrey, just refuses to go down. How about Mason Graham chasing him all the way to the 35? But anyway, it'll be curious to see. So maybe one of those guys sticks around. I do think they could sign Dewan again to another pretty low deal, but I don't think you can depend on him, and I think you want to keep him back on the right where he belongs. So left tackle and a receiver in the first round. Doesn't matter which one's which. Just give me one of each in that first round, please. 2nd and 6 now. Purdy pats the ball. Now he'll fire right side. Out route, first down. Kittle beats Delpit to the 47-yard line and a first down. Niners in a 3-3 game with 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you. Again, thanks so much to all of my subscribers. You guys are the best. Backwards pass to McCaffrey. He can throw it if he wants. Instead, Baker swoops back there for a big TFL. A loss of 5 on the play. Picked up another subscriber yesterday. Actually, I think it was today. I think it was one of Mike's kids. 1,000%. No offense to the kid from Indiana. They're calling him like Jared Goff is his NFL comp. For whatever that's worth. Oh, picked off. He jumped around beautifully. Watch out, 40. It's the Warden. He's going to go. Touchdown, Browns. Towards the dog pound. Denzel jumps the route and into the end zone. Browns put 7 on the board. Look at this. He just spread the whole thing the whole way. Pearsall waited for it, and the Warden beautifully jumps it and is into the end zone. And he'll hit the gritty. Why not? Beautiful play there. I don't know, Dwayne. We're supposed to get some winter weather, and I think it's supposed to go north of me, so they're talking about it snowing for the Ohio State-Michigan game on Saturday. Ann Arbor isn't that much farther north than the lake, so I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe. I'm not going up. Anybody going up? As I mentioned on the Buckeye Sim from earlier, I've got some friends who are Bills fans, so we keep kind of keeping an eye on Bills-Browns tickets for December 21st. Maybe heading up for a snowy one up there. Jacked in the face that time. Isaiah Bond on kick coverage. All right, well, Purdy did throw 3 interceptions on Monday night, just a couple nights ago against the Panthers, so maybe he's still trying to settle back in, and he threw that one right to Denzel, and we got 10-3 Browns, despite being outgained 2-1. With 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Back to pass, Brock. Purdy fires left side. Got a man. It's Kittle for a short gain like 3, and Swessinger is right there. So anyway, I'm not a huge Mendoza fan. I don't love any of the quarterbacks in this draft, if I'm being honest with you. The one that I think that I like the most is Lenoris Sellers, and he should go back to school for another year, and I expect him to do that since Arch isn't coming out, since Drew Aller got hurt. I'm really leery of Ty Simpson. Man, I mean, we're talking like Anthony Richardson type stuff, like when you've started 12 games total in your entire college career. That's tough for me to just like give you the keys to the kingdom. So I think the best case scenario would be for Shedeur to continue to get a little bit better each week, and that you feel comfortable enough not to reach on him. Reach on one, fill those other spots, and then with a whole off season and a whole nother year, I think you'll know. Because then in that, to me, it's the 27 class is going to have Arch Manning with another year, Sellers with another year, Marcel Reed, the kid from Texas A&M, Julian Sayin is going to be in that class. It's going to have all of those cats at the top, and so, you know, if you're bad again, or if you're willing to be bad again, you know, you put yourself in that position. So I also wouldn't hate as we throw it over the middle, and Judy got drilled, but holds on for 5. I also wouldn't hate if there is a Travis Hunter type player out there. Let's say we have, let's say we're on the board and Caleb Downs is there. We don't need safety, and he's an amazing player, and I would love to have him. But if somebody wants to offer us a first next year to come up and get him, I would also be okay trading back this year in the first round and picking up another first in 27, a la the New York Jets, who will have 3 picks in that first round. That's also going to be the Jeremiah Smith draft, for whatever that's worth. So, end of the first quarter. But yes, sounds like we're on the same page there, Mason. Way too many other holes on the offense. I think you let Stefanski and Andrew Berry do it. You let them have another year of young kids. Hopefully they play well. And you got to swallow the Watson pill here at some point. $80 million against the cap is going to happen one of these next 2 seasons. Why not make it next season? I guess that's kind of what my thoughts are on the subject. Appreciate you being on. Let's flip the field. Browns 10, Niners 3. Heavy set here. They'll turn around. Play action actually on a 3rd and short. Then throw it to Q out of the backfield, and he'll get tackled for a loss by Demondre Lenore. Why wouldn't they just run the QB sneak? It's guaranteed to get 1.5 yards in this game right now. Instead, they boot action, play action, and then throw it to Quinshawn, and it didn't fool anybody. That Tommy Reese may be just a little bit too cute on that play call, and Bajorquez in to boot it away just as we start quarter number 2. I know you are, Mason. He's gotten a little bit better, so I hope he said from the beginning he wanted to play 4 years, so maybe he gets another year, plays better, and then, again, if you got him and Smith and Sayin, again, Lenora Sellers is a stud. He is a freaky athlete who's also a good quarterback. He just needs another year of reading defenses and throwing the ball. Trying to go wide to McCaffrey. Good tackle by Denzel. What kind of a half is Denzel Ward having? Nice tackle in space there. Use check and Delpit. A little shovey after the play. And again, I would be totally fine with Arch Manning. I really would. I would also be, like I said, fine with Sellers or Sayin. Maybe even Marcel Reed, you could talk me to. Also, probably have C.J. Carr, Lloyd Carr's grandson in there. He's playing well for Notre Dame right now. He'll be in that 27 quarterback class if he chooses. So, DJ Lagway, super talented 5-star kid at Florida who kind of got overshadowed by Florida being bad, and Myles Garrett will get home for the sack. Big time sack. Also, if Dante Moore, he doesn't have to come out this year. I know everybody's assuming that he is, but he doesn't have to come out, so he could be another year seasoned. The kid from Washington, Damon Williams, is very Lamar Jackson-y. I think he throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson threw it at Louisville. But we don't see a lot of him because he's out on the West Coast. So there are a lot of really, really good junior and sophomore quarterbacks, is what I'm saying. Nice screen to McCaffrey, and who's there but Hickman? Beautiful play there. Garrett was also over there and a little bit shaky to get up as McCaffrey on a 3rd and very long coming up now as the Browns defense seems to be settling in nicely. There are some analytics out there, if you're a big analytics person, hit as he throws, that says I think that Kyle Shanahan is like 7 and 21 against a Jim Schwartz defense. That Schwartz kind of has Shanahan's number, so we'll see how that goes. Now, again, a lot of that was when Shanahan was with the Falcons and they were not great, and obviously the Browns the first time that he was with us, and some different things. But for whatever it's worth, right now it looks like Schwartz's kids are playing pretty well. All right, Shador, let's get something going here. We need to go into some situational coach mode just to try to get the rhythm of the offense down. Again, he had a couple of those big splash plays, but I would like to see him just make like the normal 1st and 10, like 6-yard out read. We didn't do that a lot in the game as Rocket Sanders is into the game, interestingly enough, and Sanders will plow his way up the middle for 3. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. He's been inactive in real life. 11 personnel for the Browns. Quinshawn. Back to pass to Sanders. They'll dump a 2Q out of the backfield. Like that play. Nice quick throw in rhythm and a first down for the Browns. Quinshawn Judkins took that little swing pass and got himself to the right before D. Winters made the tackle. Now boot action to the right side. Sanders on the run. Just over the head. That looked like maybe Malachi Corley crumbing across the middle. And he just put it over his head on the run. That's a tough throw, but Shador can make that. You can see him looking a little visibly frustrated after the play. 2nd and 10. Back to pass once again. Now he will... He's not rolling back a bunch, which I appreciate. I think that's 3 sacks for Collins, by the way. But he's just kind of getting stuck in the pocket. He's not climbing it either. And we've seen that kind of those statue sacks from Madden before. We wish that he would climb the pocket a little bit. Even Gabriel would do that. He would escape the pocket, and he would often sometimes run for more than he would throw for in our sims. Sanders again. Now he'll fire in rhythm over the middle, and he can't hold on. Corley, and he dropped it. And another punt upcoming. So maybe we'll go coach mode next offensive drive for the Browns. They're going to punt this one away. Still leading 10-3 after the Denzel Ward pick 6 on this one. Again, appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. This channel is Nagy on Sports. We started it during COVID. More than 5 years ago now, over 1,175 subscribers strong. Just really appreciate all the support. Again, I'll kind of do a Thanksgiving sign-off, but very thankful for this crew and this fun little group of Browns fans, football fans that we've amassed here over the years. Here's Brian Washington now coming over in that trade from the Commanders, and he'll get a carry, and a big carry at that for Washington as he moves his way over. Is he actually number 3? I should have checked there. He is number 3. There you go. Just in his second season out of Alabama. Give it to him again. Actually, this time it's going to be back to McCaffrey, and he'll get 5 before Delpit shuts him down. Billy Collins actually was on the 49ers a year or 2 ago, because they have a very similar attacking style defensive line. He's kind of been one of those plug-and-play guys. He's obviously been extremely successful for us. Left side run. Swessinger actually misses a tackle. Very unlike Carson Swessinger. He got truck-sticked by McCaffrey. And McCaffrey already 10 carries for 72 yards, and they got a fresh set of downs. Now they'll option keep it. Purdy will use the legs, and Tyson Campbell will shut it down. I mean, I watched, Ronnie Hickman just got bullied by Ashton Genty last week, and then on the very next play, he tries to lower the shoulder and bullies Swessinger, and Swessinger just stood him up and laid him down. I was like, oh, okay. You're strong. Wild indeed. 3rd and 9 coming up here. Hickman making the tackle. Must have heard me talking about him. Use check. Kittle, everybody in there. Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, top of the screen. Back to pass. Now pressure coming. Miles gets around Trent Williams, and he'll sack him again with just his left hand. Myles Garrett getting home. That would be 20 on the season, and for in real life, I don't even know how many he has in the sim. Probably not 18, but he might, I guess. And another sack for Myles as he is just playing at another level right now. Remember last year he talked about he had like a nice, ooh, the punt goes in the end zone. Remember last year he had like a foot thing, and he said like he's had this like misplaced bone in his foot for his whole life or something like that. I wonder if he like actually finally got that surgery to like correct his foot, and like now all of a sudden he's like somehow even better and more explosive. Like it's just absolutely wild to me. Shador Sanders dump it quickly to the right side to Sampson. Get him in space. He takes a shot from Jair Brown. Oh, to crack the arches in his feet. Okay, yeah, I was saying, I remembered saying something when he was like born with, and so yeah, if to fix that problem, and somehow he's, I feel like if that's not getting talked about enough, is how about 2nd and 12, and Quinshawn will pierce it for 14 up the middle. He's got some swagger to him too. He'll take his helmet off. He'll get yelling at the fans. It's the right kind of passion. I try to listen to the daily pressers. Oh, not crack and fix. No, I understand what you mean. Fix the arches in the suit. I think it was Delpit or something, and he was just talking about how, like, man, we loved Nick Chubb and Joe Flacco, and it's like, but those guys weren't, like, super vocal. He's like, Quinshawn's got some swagger, man. Like, he'll yell, and he'll get excited, and he's very vocal, and we really like that. And obviously, Shador is Shador. So it's kind of fun that for the first time, the quote-unquote stars on the offense, if you will, are kind of energetic, outspoken guys who get another first down. I was supposed to do coach mode on this drive, but they're doing fine on their own. Well, now I blocked it again. Is that 4 sacks again for Alfred Collins? Oh, there you go, Mason. A botched surgery from when he was like 12 years old. Well, see, there you go. But all that being said, unless I'm mishearing it or not listening in the right places, like nobody's mentioning that, right? The fact that he had that fixed over the offseason, and somehow he's even better. I feel like it should get some talk. Sanders again. Stepping up in the pocket. He'll dump it short to the Chief. 40's got some green grass. He'll caught from behind the 47, but it's a much more manageable 3rd and 4. This is a cool formation with Fannin and Quinshawn Judkins. Interesting. Back to pass. And hit as he throws by Farrell, incomplete. Cleveland Farrell got there. I'm going to make him go for it. You said you heard it on last year on CBD, yeah, but they haven't talked about it now recently. All right, Shedeur, just make the quick read on this drag route across the middle, baby. That's all we need. That's all we need. Fired over the middle. There it is. Fannin, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Harold Fannin to the 9. Situational coach mode. That is what it's supposed to do for 44 yards. Harold Fannin. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Nobody's talked about it. I feel like it should get a little bit more play that, like, how is Myles Garrett even better? Because he got his feet fixed. He probably doesn't hurt every time he takes a step. Seems pretty obvious to me. 2nd and goal from the 5 now. Sampson stays in the game. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Hit his ease. Well, he's got to get rid of the football. That's Gifford that came in and made the sack, the linebacker. A little swagger from Gifford there. It's 3rd and goal from the 11. Shedeur's got to get rid of that football. Only time he got sacked against the Raiders was, again, that was a coverage sack, and he climbed the pocket, only lost a couple of yards. So the coaches praised him for that this week. Now he'll take off or run down the line at least and be sacked again. Cleveland Farrell, and that's already sack number 6 for the Niners here in the first half. Is that the old stanky leg? Bryce Huff was there. Jordan Elliott, the former Brown, in the picture, and Shanahan looks on as the Browns ready to attempt a field goal. Excuse me. Looking to go up by 10 with 2 minutes to go. They will get the second half kick. Yeah, that's right, Jim. All I did was call the play. He threw it to the open receiver, and Fannin did the rest. Does the emergence of Fannin render David Njoku unnecessary? I thought maybe he would get traded at the break. I really did. It really feels like he's lost a step this year, doesn't it? The Chief, I mean. Now, he's not under contract, so maybe he'll test the waters and come back on a team-friendly deal. But I feel like maybe we go back towards more like 11 personnel, 3 receivers, and Fannin kind of a thing. Spread them out a little bit more, but I know Stefanski loves the 2 tight end stuff, but this feels like it hasn't been as effective as they'd hoped because the offensive line has been so bad. Now Purdy, can you run a 2-minute drill? 1:54. Browns rush 4. Purdy coming. Myles with, oh, he'll hit him and he'll throw it out of bounds. Ouch. Myles excited about that one, forcing him to throw it into the Browns bench. Myles Garrett, that time over on the Colton McKivitz right tackle side of the line. He moves around a lot, doesn't he? Schlesinger right on the A-gap. He'll pull back. Pressure. Quickly throws left side. Get rid of that football. That's Ricky Pearsall, and Pearsall will be thrown to the ground by Schlesinger and Jerome Baker, and the 49ers will go hurry up. 3rd and 2 to go. Back to pass. Browns rush 4. Purdy in trouble. Now here comes Myles. He'll get home. Myles Garrett. Sack number 3 of the first half. That would give him 21 in real life. 22.5 is the record. Barring something unforeseen injury-wise, I don't think there's any way he can't break the record, right? They're still going to get to play Cam Ward. They're still going to get to play, the Joe Flacco / there's probably Joe Burrow again. I guess Joe Burrow starting this tomorrow, isn't it? Joe Burrow behind that offensive line. I guess it could be Flacco again, but all right, let's see what Shedeur does here in a 2-minute drive for himself. 1:26 and 2 timeouts. He'll be back to pass. Gotta do something. Step up. Good choice. Didn't take the sack. Pick up 7. Take the yards. And hurry up. I like that. Now Q into the game. 1 minute and 5 seconds. 1 minute and 4. 1 minute and 3 as he'll flip-flop the formation. Yelling something out to Tillman. Shedeur. Pressure again. And Conklin got whipped by Bryce Huff. And 7 sacks in the first half for the 49ers defense. And God, our offensive line blows. And Sanders a little bit limpy to get up. We do not want to get him hurt. We will be having to go back to Dylan Gabriel. He has been announced as the backup again. Poor Bailey Zappi. Shedeur on a 3rd and 11. They rush just 3, so he's going to dump it short to the Chief. A lot of time to go. Did he get it? He did. First down, and they call timeout. Njoku with some run after the catch. In a shotgun now, 31 seconds remaining. Back to pass. Shedeur, dump it over the middle. Caught. And Jerry Jeudy up here the 50-yard line, and they're going to have to call their last timeout. 24 seconds. Probably need another 10 to 12 to feel good about Schmidt. Let's see what they opt to do here. They will spike it, but I think it's still throw something over the middle to get into field goal range now. Shedeur just can't take a sack. Back to pass. They'll rush 3 just again. Left side throw. Caught, but inbounds as Jerry Jeudy hits the first down, but they got to hurry. Hurry. Stop celebrating, Jerry. And it doesn't matter. End of half. Oh, well. Not the most graceful 2-minute drive ever, but the stats that matter right now are Browns 13 and San Francisco 3, despite 7 sacks of Shedeur Sanders. He is getting beat up big time here, mostly by Alfred Collins in the middle, as Wyatt Teller has had a tough game. That was a sweet juke move right there that cued it on that first big run. And Shedeur has been beat up pretty good here today, unfortunately, here at pnagsports. Guys, I do want to appreciate everybody being on. Thank you again so much to all my subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, I would ask you very humbly to do that. I know I can, but I didn't that time. You're right. And they have in the game. I just don't. They didn't line up quick enough. But anyway, appreciate all of the support again over the years, and hit that thumbs up button as well as we continue to grow our audience. Again, another new subscriber even today, so more and more people are thinking about it. We're about to get to 1,200, which is wild to think about. And again, just so grateful to all y'all for going on this journey with Kit and I over the years. All right, half number 2. Shedeur fired it left side. Got a first down? Nope, not a first down as Jeudy went to the ground quickly. DeAndre Green was there to make the tackle. Shedeur, 2nd and 2. He's got good protection. Now he'll throw it. Oh, he'll throw it late to Q, and they'll actually lose a yard. Quinshon Judkins as Renardo Green was over there. That's Malik Mustafa as well. Malik Mustafa now in year number 2 out of Wake Forest. And now a 3rd and 3. Drag route just over the head of the Chief. He missed him. Oof. That's Madden not fully appreciating his accuracy just yet as the Chief was open. Yeah, I may have to. You're right, Mason. I may have to. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then we're in the middle. We're in the middle of talking about something, and I forget. So defense back out on the field. They've been great. I'd like to get to the quarterback a few more times, only because San Francisco is overshadowing us with their defensive line performance. Turn around, play action. Miles kind of gets blocked by McCaffrey. Incomplete. Tyson Campbell. What a great trade that was, too. Man, Andrew Berry does make some good trades. I will say that. And maybe we'll get something. There's talk about what maybe trading for A.J. Brown, maybe trading for a disgruntled Brandon Ayuk. So there could be a vet receiver coming. If we happen to get rid of Jerry Jeudy in the process, I don't think I would be that upset, as he's been awful this year. Another example of it on Sunday with his little hot dog dance move in the middle of the field that then got fumbled. And fortunately, those points didn't matter, but still another reason to see that he has not been great. Oh, Schlesinger ran right past it as he throws it to Luke Farrell. It literally went right behind Schlesinger's back. If he looks at the quarterback, he gets an interception. 2nd and 2 for Purdy. Snap back by Randall. And McCaffrey met in the backfield. The bullies his way over, and then Hickman comes over and lays the wood. 3rd and 1. Well, that's also very possible, Mason. That is also very possible. Oh, and this time Schlesinger stands him up, but he just barely gets enough for the first down. Oh, my. Yeah, another definitely thing to think about is without Dee Podesta overseeing a young Andrew Berry, will he be willing to make different decisions? I mean, again, he is a very smart guy, and certainly he just needs to be willing to kind of learn from his mistakes, and hopefully he will be. Nice catch by Pearsall. Run after the catch gives him the first down. They're into Browns territory, and more now inside the 30-yard line. So a couple of halftime adjustments made by Kyle and company. You know that they would. One of the best play callers in the biz still, Kyle Shanahan. Remember, he was on the Browns. Of course, that faded play was going around this week where they tried to run that trick play with Johnny Manziel, pretending to sub out but not actually subbing out and going deep down the left sideline. Well, funny, because in that shot, is Kyle Shanahan. And then Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins, standing right next to him. So pretty wild. 2nd and 6. How these coaches end up different places and like to stay with different people and then get popular and then go do other things and then get hired, and et cetera, et cetera. 13-3. 3rd and 4. Come on, D. Bend but don't break here. Miles coming. They're going to get home. Isaiah McGuire with a sack. 4th down, and the Browns will bend, but they will not break and let that end zone be penetrated. Big time play from Isaiah McGuire. He saw Alex Wright get paid and said, I'd like some of that. Nice play that time. Really nice play that time. Again, the quote-unquote opposite of Miles' side. Again, he saw Alex Wright. He's 1 year behind Alex Wright, so he's like, hey, I could get paid next year too if I want to keep playing well. 13-6 as the kick is up and it's good from Eddie Pinheiro. And I'm going to remember to go to coach mode. So I've been talking about it for 4 drives. Keep forgetting because we've been having a good conversation here, as we oft do at pnagsports. All right, here we go. Situational coach mode. Whoop, we switched slides. That sometimes happens. Not sure why. All right, here comes Q up the middle. Go. 30, 35. Whoa, ball pops out. No, and it's picked up. Oh, no. Picked up by Keon White. He got traded by the Patriots in the middle of the season. And he picks up the fumble. Is there any chance that Quinshawn was down? Boo Bird's out here. Ooh, I can't tell. Show me again. Show me again. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything. Come on, booth review that. Or not. Well, shoots and ladders. Okay. Well, that worked well. He had the first down. In my defense of the play call, he had the first down. Quinshawn not generally a fumbler, but good field position now and an opportunity for the Niners to strike. Hey, Bang with Smoke, how are you? I am well, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Appreciate you joining us. Browns up 13-6 in what's been a defensive slugfest. Both defensive lines getting home early and often. Now Purdy will take off. 25 to the 20. Schlesinger chases. First down to the 15. It'll kind of get tripped up at the 15. And a first down inside the red zone now. Again, 1 play removed from that Quinshawn Judkins fumble. Here come the 49ers. Let's see if the Browns defense can hold. It's got to be so invigorating for the defense just to have some slightly competent offensive play. I mean, like, and again, that Larbadan, here's McCaffrey again. He's been really good today. Another first down, first and goal. That Larbadan punt return, like, it was like, man, this is complimentary football. Like, all of the parts of the team are working together, and it makes it such a different game when that happens. Motion coming. They got Robinson. He's the big power back in there. And they'll play action out of it. Quickly throw left side to Juszczyk into the end zone. Touchdown. And the 49ers score off of the Browns turnover, and that is not complimentary football. And the defense cannot keep them out of the end zone as Kyle Juszczyk, the longtime fullback, the do-everything player. And he's out of there, and Baker chased, but Baker couldn't keep him out. He holds that football over. And we are an extra point away from tie ball game here. 6:40 to go. Browns and Niners all tied up. 8-4 versus 3-8. Doesn't feel like a 3-8 versus an 8-4 team. But it is what it is. All right, we'll try one more coach mode drive here. I called one play and got a first down, and then Quinshawn fumbled. So what am I supposed to do about that? Larbadan to the 26. Quinshawn off that fumble. He's got 6 carries for 79 yards, but again, that fumble is glaring at us right now. Glaring at us right now. 6:36 here. Back to pass, Shador. Now he'll fire over the middle. Caught by the Chief. First down. All they do is call first down. So Chief at least holds on to the football that time. looks fun.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Motion for the Chief. Right to left. Back to pass again. Shador moving in the pocket, firing right side. Caught by Quinshawn near the first down. Picks up 9. Hey, Alex, welcome in. Go Cavs, Buckeyes, and Browns out of the pistol here this time. 2nd and 1. Quinshawn gets it from Posick. Turn around, give it to Q. Oop, that time somebody missed the block, and that's unfortunately been something that has plagued the real Browns this year, is that the running backs are just getting aggressively hit in the backfield because this offensive line is just not good. Now, as we saw, we're not the worst offensive line in the league. That honor belongs to... Why was he throwing to that one? There's 3 dudes wide open. This is kind of no man's land. We're going to go for it again. But, yeah, there were 2 guys dragging across the middle that were going to be open. Shador, what are you doing? He takes a sack. 8th of the day, and another coach mode drive thwarted by weird play. There was a dude wide open over the middle. I don't know why the game won't let him throw the football right now, but I may have to buff him up because I think he looks a little bit better than this from what we've seen so far. Fake the motion, give it to McCaffrey. Browns defense needs to stop here as we are in field goal range already. McCaffrey goes over 100 yards. 2nd and 6, 4:20 to go. Changing the play, and he'll set back into a shotgun. Still been a defensive struggle at 13-13. Both running backs playing well, though. Purdy now left side throw. Caught wide open receiver, Juwan Jennings. Browns were in a zone, and he found a big gaping hole in it between Hickman and Tyson Campbell. And that's a first down in the red zone for the 49ers as they are driving now to look to punch 2 consecutive touchdowns in, technically on Browns turnovers. One was a fumble, one was technically a turnover on downs. Purdy, left side, throw it, dump it off Jennings. 3, 2, 1. He reaches over the line, and he's down at the 1-inch line. And now it's 1st and goal, and Robinson checks in. Purdy, turn around, Robinson into the end zone. Touchdown Niners, and let's see if this maybe loosens up Tommy Reese's play calling a little bit. Maybe the game will get a little more urgent. Maybe Shador will throw the ball to open receivers more. The game will let him do that. We'll see. This one was 13-3. So 17 unanswered points right now for Kyle's bunch. And the Browns, their backs against the wall here, need something to go their way. Up the middle, Arvidan. Good return would have helped. Instead, he's up to the 27. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place on YouTube you'll find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Mostly our beloved Browns and Buckeyes. We've also done a lot of other sports as well, but mostly football. Here comes Q up the middle. Puts his foot in the ground. Tough to get past D. Winters that time. Quinshawn gets 2. 2nd and 8. Don't need a full sense of urgency here, but I would like to see the playbook be opened up just a little bit. Turn around. Play action. Now he'll dump it late to Quinshawn on the left side, who steps out of bounds. It's tough. He'll step out of bounds now. 3rd and 6. It's an important 3rd down. Bunch of receivers to the right. Q will leave the pocket. Now he's leaving. Now blitz comes. They pick it up. Fired over the middle. Caught wide open. Bond. Isaiah Bond with a big gainer. A first down to the 45. How about his big catch last week in Vegas? That really seemed to get things going, and that was an elite throw on the run from Shador Sanders. If anything, I hope the receivers have learned to not stop running their routes. How many times? It was at least twice that he threw down that right sideline. And Judy once, I think Tillman once, had stopped running their routes because they're like, Gabriel can't throw this far, so they would stop their routes. But Shador threw it to him, and maybe they would have had a chance to go get it if they would have had a chance to go get it. 48 seconds. Q right up the middle. Big gainer, 30, 25. Quinshawn. Oh, he gets a big hit, but he holds on to the football this time at a first down. Browns. Quinshawn Judkins. He is nearing a 100-yard mark as well. Both he and McCaffrey running very hard in this game. 18 seconds and counting. Shador's got him in field goal range. Back to pass. They want more than that, though. Fired right side. Short throw to The direction of the Chief and D. Winters right on him. Incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun here. Shador back to pass. Fired it. Got a man. Bond. 10-5. Into the house. Browns touchdown. Shador Sanders to Isaiah Bond. Found him in stride. Put it right on him. And he ran that thing into the end zone. Really good camera look at it here. And he beat two guys to the end zone with that speed. And 12-6 for 6. Sorry, 12-16 for 6. And Isaiah Bond, we salute you. There's the dog pound. Good shot of it right there. And the Browns answer right back. And are a kick away from tying this thing up here. All right, we got 7 seconds until the fourth quarter. You better lock in here, Nagy on Sports fans, because the Browns and the Niners are going to have a ball game down to the end. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial. But you can hit the thumbs up if you'd like. Isaiah Burrendo up to the 26. All right, come on, D. They have scored on you the last 2 drives. Now, they're both short fields because of turnovers. Let's get it back. Purdy, slant, right side. Pearsall, and Harden throws him to the ground very quickly. Miles Harden's really progressed nicely, other than when he didn't cover Ashton Genty out of the backfield. Here we go, to the fourth. 20s on either side. And that's all you can ask for, is you want it to be a game in the fourth. And that's what we have right now. 15 minutes on that clock. Out of a shotgun, Brock Purdy. Back to pass now. He's in the pocket. Blitz coming. They're chasing. He'll fire over the middle, and it's incomplete as Campbell makes a great play. Stayed with Jennings all the way across the dig route, and he knocks it out of his hands. Just 3rd down. Back to pass. 4-man rush. Browns gets home because they're due. Here comes Graham. Hits him. Floats it. He got it! McCaffrey out of the backfield, and Rayshon Jenkins was the one in coverage, and McCaffrey beat him for a 1st down. Oh. Mason Graham hit him right as he threw the ball. Just needed another split second of coverage, but Jenkins cannot stay with McCaffrey. And a big 1st down now into Browns territory. Here comes Brock. Under his center, Jake Brandall. 3-step drop. They'll throw it backwards. Oh, my goodness. McCaffrey catches it. He'll actually gain 4 yards, but Isaiah McGuire looked like he could have intercepted it or batted that ball, and then it would have been a fumble because it was a backwards pass. Weird looking play as Luke Farrell goes in motion. Turn around McCaffrey into the teeth of the defense, and Devin Bush lays the boom. 3rd down coming. Out of a shotgun. Back to pass. Right side throw over the head of everybody. Will Kyle go for it, or will he try a 57-yarder with Eddie P? And they're going to punt it away. Option 3, apparently, which is to punt this one away with the ageless one, Thomas Morstead. This dude's like, well, I guess he's only 39. I thought he was over 40. He's only 39. Not even my age yet. Can't be that old. All right, Sugar. You had a really nice drive, including that beautiful touchdown pass to Isaiah Bond. 13 minutes on the clock. 93 yards to pay dirt. This drive needs to end with a kick. That's what I say. Whether it's a punt or a field goal or an extra point. Shador. Quick throw left side again to Q. They've done this a couple of times. It's actually worked well, and that puts Shador at 200 yards on the dot passing. Don't have to hurry. No reason to rush here. Run your whole playbook. Forward into the game. They're setting up screen. Oof. Dangerous as he had to turf it. 3rd and 5. Black Roz, welcome in. Let's go indeed. Back to pass. Shador. Stepping up, and it's sack number 9, Bryce Huff. He was at least climbing the pocket that time, but Huff that time makes Cam Robinson look silly and bad, and he is silly and bad. And the Browns will have to go 3 and out. Well, I wanted the drive to end with the punt. I just didn't want it to end with a 3 and out. Uh-oh, rough him! No, it's blocked instead! Mustafa, touchdown! Bojorquez gets it blocked. It bounces right into the hands of Malik Mustafa, and we have a San Francisco. He bobbles it, and then it's blocked, and then into the end zone. Oh, brother. That's Fred Warner, by the way, who's supposed to be on IR, but I don't want to cut him. from their team. Oh, brother. Madden, Madden, Madden. A block punt in the end zone and a touchdown for the 49ers. Oh, worst possible thing. I even was said, let's end this drive with a kick. I should have specified a kick that goes to the other side of the 50-yard line. I guess it took me at my word. Blocked by the on IR Fred Warner, and then Malik Mustafa, the safety, picked it up. All right, Larberdan, come on, baby. 25. Larberdan, he had some green grass too as Mustafa makes another tackle. Well, Shador, 20 of 29, 200 yards and a touchdown. He's going to need more here, as now the Browns find themselves once again down thanks to Madden. Corey Bojorquez is one of the best punters in the business. Not sure he sits there and bobbles the ball for 10 minutes or like he was reading, says Black Roz. I agree. Right side throw. Bond can't hold on. Hit right as he tried to catch the ball. That's Jair Brown, the former Penn State Nittany Lion. Strong safety for these 49ers. Robert Sala's defense. Former Jets coach Robert Sala immediately hired back by his boy Kyle Shanahan. Sanders in trouble. Another sack. Is that 10? It is. Bryce Huff and Cam Robinson is just getting annihilated on that left tackle side, and it's third and very long. This Browns offensive line is not good. I just don't even know what to say. I think that's 5 sacks for Alfred Collins. The Shador just stands there in the pocket and takes a sack again. 11 sacks for the 49er defense. Ugh, it's tough to win football games that way. And again, Madden with the gross over-evaluation. I think San Francisco's got a good D-line, but Alfred Collins is like a 78 rated player in the middle. But Posick, Teller, and Batonio have been just getting whipped all day long. Cam Robinson and Jack Conklin haven't been much better on the outsides. Again, as we have talked, we have beaten that horse. It is dead. The offensive line is going to get a reset, and it has to get a reset. Now you've got to have your defense get a turnover, or at the very least get them to punt. 10-10, if they put this thing in the end zone, it's going to be real difficult for your young quarterback to try to come back. Blitz coming for Schlesinger, still fights through it. He completes it. I didn't think he caught it, but Juwan Jennings, I think with one hand, holds on to the football on a first down to the 30, and the Niners are driving again as Madden, I think, starting to assert itself into the game, I'm afraid. 9:30 to go. Up the middle. Schlesinger runs right by McCaffrey, which I would not anticipate happening. 8 more yards for Run CMC. Huffing and puffing back there. Get it, Miles. Nice run stop there. They'll throw him backwards, but 3rd and 4. Can they shut him down? Field goal's the worst thing you can let up happen here. 8:32 on the clock. Purdy back to pass. Browns rushing, of course, just 4 like they usually do, and Pearsall gets open. Not sure why Schlesinger's the one in man coverage against Ricky Pearsall, and it's a 1st and goal, and we're in real trouble now. Madden, again, not fully realizing how good the defense is. That's part of it, certainly. But now Purdy up the middle, wide open, touchdown, and that might be enough. Well, the momentum swings in this game are absolutely a real thing, and the momentum swing, for whatever reason, of that silly Corey Bojorquez block punt has led to 14 very quick unanswered points. This thing was 20-20 at the beginning of the quarter. And now we are in Dangerville Will Robinson. I guess it's just Danger Will Robinson. All right, well, Madden taketh away, now Madden need to giveth. That's right, you heard me, video game. Do better, be better. Hey, Bo, welcome in. No worries. It was a very good game until like the last 4 minutes, and then a weird block punt recovered for a touchdown. And now all of a sudden the Browns have hit Sucksville, according to Madden. And there's another drop pass for Cedric Tillman. Also, a bunch of backups on the defensive line have 11 sacks for the 49ers today because our offensive line blows. And Shador won't leave the pocket like he does right here. Run! What are you doing? Oh my gosh! What was that? Come on, Madden! We haven't seen that in a long time. He's been doing fine until this play. What the heck is this? He's right at the line of scrimmage. Just run for the 3 yards of the first down. Now it's 3rd and 19. What the heck? I guess it was the original line of scrimmage, but still, run it. That was so stupid. Gosh. Tillman makes a tackle. 4th and 6. Do you think about it? They will think about it. He's been okay. Quinchon's have over 100 yards. Had a fumble, which didn't help. Sugar's been pretty good. He's got over 200 yards passing. He's just been taking way too many sacks. I don't know what's going on, but Madden has this D-line for the 49ers juiced here today. Sack number 12. As, again, I think it's just going to be a coverage sack. And again, he did at least climb the pocket that time. He hasn't been doing that all game. And that's unfortunately going to be the game in this simulated situation. Browns are going to lose this sim. But the Browns lost the sim last week and won the game, so who knows? Yeah, why not? I've got faith in him. It's better. It's a better product than Dylan Gabriel was putting on the field, that's for sure. So I'm definitely on board with giving it. I would just declare him the starter the rest of the season, barring injury. Let's see what the kid can do. We talked about how dedicated, how prepared he was. He walked around with his iPad everywhere. He says eating lunch, watching film. Bunch of extra meetings with Stefanski. Like, he was definitely dialed in and certainly prepared. Didn't look too big for him. And the one, like the biggest knock on him from even just coming in for that half of the Ravens game was the drifting way back in the pocket. He didn't do that at all against the Raiders. And Max Crosby is better than anybody he's going to see rushing him this week. So now the layups still need to be layups. There's a layup for a touchdown. He needs to find the ball and get rid of it in rhythm. Off script, he's really good, but need to see him run the offense in rhythm. And I want to see his teammates help him out a little bit. Seriously, this was 20-20 at the beginning of the 4th quarter. We are 10 minutes later, and it's a 21-point lead as the 49ers. Well, his interviews, they're kind of weird because our reporters try to bait him into saying weird things, to be honest with you. They ask him really, like, odd... Like, even today, they're asking him, like, why didn't you give Shedeur a game ball? And Kevin's like, what the hell does it matter? Like, why are we talking about game balls? Like, what are we doing here? But he answers questions in kind of a weird way, and I feel like he's trying to say the right things, but maybe also wants to make sure that he is still himself. Today's presser was much more composed, and he's just, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm excited to go out there, and I'm really grinding on the game plan, and I'm going to go out there and play well for my teammates and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, after the game, it was just, he said people took him out of context, where he said, like, it's been a bad 6 months or whatever. And so, again, this is a kid who probably has been the starter since he was in 6th grade. So, yeah, it stinks to be the backup, and you probably aren't in the best headspace. But he said that it was good for him, and he's learned a lot, and he's excited about the opportunity. And so, I don't know. But, yeah, I can understand where some people were upset about, like, I wasn't in a good way in these last 6 months. I was so depressed, and because I'm not used to this, and all that stuff. But man, it turned in a hurry here in the sim, didn't it? Right side throw, caught by the Cheever, a big first down. Nice throw there. He's at 255 and a touchdown right now. It's certainly not his fault, other than the fact that Madden won't let him move in the pocket. Well, he's certainly more, as I think we said, even from day one, there were many people that had him as the number 2 quarterback behind Cam Ward and wanted us to take him number 2. So he has that talent. His ceiling is way higher than Dylan Gabriel's. I think Dylan is still able to be a functional backup, and he will come in if you need him for a drive or a series or a game here or there over the course of the next 10 years. He'll learn the offense. He's going to be a good worker. He's a good teammate. But his ceiling is low, and Shedeur's ceiling is much higher than that. The arm talent is night and day difference between what we saw from Shedeur and what we saw from Dylan. It just is. There's nothing against him. I like Dylan Gabriel a lot. Deep shot, left side. Speaking of arm talent, Judy can't hold on. They'll turn it over on downs. But anyway, I know a lot of you are going to pop off because the end of this game got really crappy. I talked it up like, oh, stick around, blah, 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 don't change the dial. And then the Browns proceeded to take a Madden dump on themselves. Oh, Madden never changed. But, guys, I do really appreciate you being on. If you and your family celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, I hope you have lots of things in your life to be thankful for. Know that when I sit around my table tomorrow, one of the many things that I am thankful for is Nagy Nation here in this kind of fun community of sports fans we've been able to bring together and continue to do this and hang out. Yes, Mason, I don't disagree with you. The way they went about it is weird, and if Shador ends up being good and you can keep both of them on cheap deals for a couple years, maybe it won't matter anymore. But yeah, I agree with you that if you just thought he was going to be the good backup for a while, then why didn't you wait till the 5th round when everybody thought you could get him in the first place? Jameis Winston. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. Definitely thankful for you guys as well. Have a great holiday. There'll be no Sims tomorrow. A lot of football to watch over the next few days. You're really excited to watch that Ohio State-Michigan game. Our sim is probably, 8 hours old, and it's already over 200 views, maybe? So people are enjoying that. But, 159 as of right this second. But, Buckeyes took care of business in the sim. I think they can take care of business in real life, if I'm being honest. I think they're pissed, and I hope Ryan Day can stay out of the way, which is what happened last year. So, guys, this one was fun. I will do the statistics at the end, but if you're going to pop off, I understand. And again, have a great holiday. Take care of yourselves. Appreciate you being with me here. 15 minutes ago, this was 20-20, and then Madden said, the 49ers are an 8-4 team. We should probably give them some extra points here at the end, which is exactly what happened. But nothing will give me more pleasure than to force win this for the Browns if that, in fact, happens on Sunday. So enjoy the game and enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your shopping. Enjoy your food, whatever it is you're getting into here the next couple days. A lot of really good football. Maybe the best football week/weekend of the year with the Thanksgiving Day games or Black Friday games now. Of course, a bunch of important college football. I don't think a single Power 5 conference championship is settled yet. I think all of them can be altered by the outcomes of the games this weekend. So pretty big weekend of college football, and then, of course, these NFL games as well. All right, let's look at the stats real quick. But if you guys are popping off, take care of yourselves. Appreciate you. Purdy today, 25 of 33, 240, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception on this one. McCaffrey had a big day, 24 for 130, including 70 yards after contact. Robinson, 6 for 51. He got into the end zone. Purdy had a touchdown run as well there in that end of the game. Pearsall, 7 for 75. George Kittle, 5 for 46 and a touchdown. Jennings, 4 for 69. 4 for McCaffrey out of the backfield. The other touchdown went to Kyle Juszczyk. Tackles today, D. Winters was all over the place. So was Tatum Bethune. And Bryce Huff, who had 9 of his 10 tackles were for loss because he had how many? 6 sacks in this one. Absolutely ridiculous. That's the Cam Robinson side of the line. 4 sacks for Alfred Collins, who lined up over Posick a lot of the time. Keon White with 2. Gifford, Cleveland Farrell, and even the rookie safety Marquise Siegel got in there as well. No interceptions today. The forced fumble for Jair Brown was picked up again after the Quinshon Judkins fumble, which was unfortunate because he had a good game otherwise. Here's what Sugar did today. 24 of 37. That's 64%. 263, 1 touchdown. And he didn't turn the football over, which we appreciate from him. Quinshon, 9 for 92. 9 carries is not enough, by the way. But that fumble loomed large. Everybody else didn't do so well. Rocket Sanders had a carry, though. That was fun. Quinshon also led the team in catches, 7 for 34. 5 for 80 for the Chief. He did have a drop. 5 for 31 for Jerry Jeudy. 3 for Tillman, including a drop. 2 for Bond, including a drop. And he had that 25-yard touchdown. 44 for Fannin for number 44. He needs more than just 1 target. Please. In this one. Myles Garrett, man, he had 8 TFLs and 3 sacks. Wild game for him. 11 tackles for Bush, 9 for Hickman, for Campbell, 8 for Captain America. 1 sack for McGuire, 1 sack for Graham, as they only had 5. And Denzel Ward had the interception in the first half. Well, it was all Browns for a while. Then it was tied going into the fourth quarter. And like I said, Madden sometimes just kind of makes these weird decisions in the fourth quarter to swing games in a big way. We've seen it happen both ways to us in this one, certainly haven't we? But it is what it is, and it is a Browns loss here in the sim. Phew, excuse me while I sneeze. Guys, really appreciate you joining me for this one. A lot of fun. Again, enjoy the holiday. Enjoy all the football. We will have Browns game chat on our Discord, as we always do. If you want to join us on our Discord channel, please use the invite link in the description of this video. And you can do that and hop on the chat with many of us between games and, of course, during the real Browns games as well. Didn't go the way we wanted today, but that's okay. Really appreciate you being on. Mason, thank you again for that super, super generous donation. You did not need to do that, but I'm super, super grateful for that. And, yeah, bless you guys. Oh, yeah, bless me for sneezing. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so nice. Bless me. Bless you, too. Oh, yeah, you're right. I sneezed on the air. Didn't mute my mic in time. All right, guys, have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Today we'll say go 49ers. And as always, go Browns!